Hello and welcome back to History Adulan. Today we are going to start with a new lesson from 10th Standard Political Science, the State Executive. Last we studied about Union Executive. Now Union Executive and State Executive, both lessons are similar. The governor is said to be the representative of president in the state. He is appointed by the President of India for the term of 5 years. He is executive and the constitutional head in the state. He work in advice and aid of the Chief Minister and Council of Ministers. That's why he is said to be the nominal head in the state, but real powers are vested in the Council of Ministers with Chief Minister as its head. Now let's see the powers and functions of the governor. Governor is the executive and the constitutional head in the state. Same time, he makes the important appointments like the Chief Minister and other Council of Ministers. Other Council of Ministers are appointed on advice of the Chief Minister by the Governor. Same time, if the portfolios to be allotted or shuffling of the portfolios, this is also done by the Governor in advice to that of the Chief Minister. Same times, he make the important appointments like the Attorney General, the Commissioner and the member of State Public Commission, and also the judges other than the High Court are also appointed by the Governor. So these are the executive powers.
The legislative powers of the governor in the state. He summons and prorogues the sessions of the House. He can dissolve the Legislative Assembly. No bill can become a law without his assent, and annual budget of the state need his approval.
Now let's see the financial powers of the governor. Money bill is introduced in the House only with the prior recommendation of the governor. Second, the annual budget and the supplementary budgets are introduced in the House in the name of the governor. Third, he have full control over the contingency fund in the state.
Next is power of pardon. Governor possesses power to grant pardon, reprieves, respites or remission of punishment or to suspend. Second, he may remit or commute the sentence of any person convicted by the court. In special circumstances, the governor acts without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. They are called discretionary powers. 1. Breakdown or failure of constitutional machinery in the state. Second, governor report to president for imposition of president rule in the state. Governor rules on behalf of president. State Council of Minister may be removed, dissolved or put under suspension. Governor can also appoint Chief Minister in case there is no political party possessing absolute majority. So these powers meant for extraordinary and emergency situation.
This is what the powers and functions of the governor in the state. We know governor is just de jure or the nominal head, but the de facto or the real head of the executive or in the state is Chief Minister. So let's see more about Chief Minister.
The tenure of the Chief Minister is not fixed. He commands support of the majority in the Legislative Assembly. If he loses the motion of no confidence against him, then he has to resign. His resignation means the resignation of whole Council of Ministers. He must be a member of state legislature. If not, must get elected within a period of 6 months. It is same situation with the other ministers and MLA. If they are not so, then they must be elected within a period of 6 months. The Chief Minister is said to be most powerful and effective leader in the state, since he is the real head of the state government. Let's see the powers and functions of the Chief Minister. Chief Minister have power to appoint different ministers on advice of the governor. He allocates different portfolios and also asks to resign the minister anytime. He presides over the meetings of the cabinet. He coordinates functioning of different ministries. He supervises and advises Council of Ministers, make higher appointments in the state government. He is key role to play in framing the laws and policies of state government. He is said to be chief channel of communication between the governor and the council of ministers. He is a link between the state and the union government as he is ex officio member of National Development Council.
The chief minister in the state functions effectively with the help of his own team called Council of Ministers. This Council of Ministers having same power and functions to that of the Union Executive.
Let's see formation of Council of Ministers. A person who commands the majority support in the state legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha is appointed as chief minister. Other ministers are appointed and distributed portfolios by the governor on advice of the chief minister. The Council of Ministers in state shall not exceed 15% of the total members of state legislative assembly. There could be two categories of ministers, cabinet ministers and minister of state. So this is what the formation of Council of Ministers. Out of this, cabinet is most powerful authority in state administration because all important decisions are made by cabinet. So let's see role of Council of Ministers. This is real executive of the state since it formulates policies of state administration and implements. It implements directives of the central government. It prepares proposals for legislation. It is responsible for maintaining law and order in the state. It prepares annual budget of the state government. There are certain important ministries in the state government like Home Ministry, Health Ministry, Education Ministry, Sports, Tourism, Transport, and most important, Finance. Finance Minister presents budget in state legislative assembly. He or she is responsible for maintaining sound financial condition of the state.
Now let's see the last part of the lesson, the state executive in Goa. Goa, after getting liberation from Portuguese in 1961, it was declared a union territory. Despite of Goa being a union territory, there were independent elections for state legislative assembly and for the state government. In December 1963, we had first general elections in Goa. Later on, in 1987, on 30th May, Goa acquired a statehood. It became 25th state of Indian Union. At present, the strength of Goa State Legislative Assembly is 40. There are 40 MLAs elected from the different 40 constituencies of the state of Goa. And there are 12 Council of Ministers. All these ministers are of the cabinet rank. Students, this is the most crucial year for you all, since you all will be answering SSC board exam. This is said to be the milestone in your life. So, whatever the present situation that had occurred because of pandemic COVID-19 or the coronavirus is very sad. But we can't do anything for that. We need to focus on our studies and be cool, calm and face the situation. We are surely going to come back in our schools very shortly. So, till that time, you have to maintain patience and concentrate on yourself. So, I request you all to stay cool, calm and have a patience and be focused on your goal. Because if you set your target, then and then only you will achieve the glorious success. So don't go away from your target and be focused always. So thank you very much and stay tuned for the next class. Bye.